This is a story about a boy named Shinji, living in the flooded streets of New Orleans. Gendo Shinji's father is a scientist, okay? So he built the giant robot for Shinji's birthday.
Woo!
Shinji's friend Ray knows how to bust a cap. When she's not fighting aliens, she's taking a nap. Without Asuka from Germany, everybody would be lost. Her country is responsible for the holographic map.
See, I'm doing the
track
on top.
Yeah. Hey,
There's a term for that, but
is
it's fine.
this the start
Of something new?
Yeah, it feels so right.
This is the musical episode.
Yeah, and a fun fact, this is actually a musical episode of Dango Duo. Where,
sorry. Everyone who's unsubscribing, I'm sorry.
If we were more talented, we could do that.
I wish.
We could totally do that.
I wish I was more talented at singing.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one thing where, like, people who can do songs on the fly, my brain is just like, how?
Yeah. My
brain is like...
I can make up songs, I just can't sing.
Yeah. Yeah, Max said with their voice cracking like they're 14. Hey there, everybody! Welcome to Dango Duo. We do anime content and let's play subs every single day. And you're listening to a podcast.
Woo! Because there's no fucking way we're taking screenshots for this.
We're trying out something new. If you really like this podcast format where you can just literally, hey, go on your commute, hey, go on a walk your dog, walk your kids.
Walk your cat.
Relax, listen
walk
to us.
Walk your bear.
Or you know what?
Walk your elephant.
You know what?
Walk your
Minimize
pig.
the video. Open Stardew Valley. There you go. That's self-care.
That is self-care. 72 hours of Stardew Valley is self-care.
It's true. Hey there, everybody. Today we're not going to talk about Stardew Valley. We could, though. We might do it halfway through this video.
No, we need to talk about this because it's been like a month since we watched it. My memory is going, it's like mostly gone. We got to talk about this before it's literally out of my brain.
Kitty, but what are we talking about? Are we talking about one of the most iconic mecha anime of all time?
Of all time. One of the most highly recommended anime of all time.
Influential, classic, historic Vision of Escaflowne.
No. The ending ruined it.
Everybody talks about the ending, but I feel like they also overlook the last 10 episodes that are really slow.
Fair, but the ending just, reverses everything.
Can we agree about one thing on Escaflowne?
Yes. What is
the
it?
inside of how the mech works is fucking cool, with, like, the twisty and the turnies.
I honestly can't remember, but...
You can't remember?
No. It's been years.
The main guy, what was his name? Vaughn? What do I keep thinking his name is Vaughn?
I thought his name was, Hero. No, it definitely starts with a V.
Yeah, it's something. But, he's, the cockpit is super tight. He's basically inside of, this living organism thing, except it's a machine. It looks cool as fuck. Maybe I'm misremembering it. Talking about kind of remembering things, though.
We're not talking about Vision of Escaflowne.
Today, we're talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion.
The series, not the movies, not the old ones.
Episodes 1 through 26.
Not the movie that's supposed to go in between 24 and 25.
No, because
we need our raw thoughts on the series as it was presented at the time.
The rules here for Dango Duo is that we don't
change sometimes.
We don't believe in machete order. We watch things as they were released chronologically because that was the way in which people made them and the general populace would have experienced them. And also, you're crazy if you want us to stop in the middle of a season to watch a 2-hour movie.
And then go back to the shitty episodes.
Yeah, I know. No.
Also,
I will eat my veggies first. Thank you very much.
Although I am the exception to this rule because I watched the Star Wars films in chronological order.
It wasn't your fault, though.
No.
You were a foolish babby 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love that when you arrive at episode 3 and you realize that Anakin Skywalker was going to become Darth Vader, that was a big reveal for you. No, see, I'm proud of you and I'm happy because no one else got to feel that.
Yeah,
you're the only person in the universe who got to experience that.
Except some kids.
No, I don't think so.
I've seen videos of kids being like,
okay.
What?
Because, there was Darth Vader merch, Kitty. Okay. The Burger King toy for the third movie was a little toy of the main guy, for whatever the actor's name is. Oh, and then you could Matryoshka doll it and just put Darth Vader on top of him. Kitty, that's...
I was so non-spoiled.
You were
that was so not my scene back in 2000 and some.
Yeah, in the fabled year of 2016.
Okay, listen. No, I mean when I was a kid, even I didn't know about Star Wars. Anyway, we're not talking about Star Wars.
We're talking about Evangelion.
Evangelion.
We're gonna follow our general format. No spoilers up until the actual spoiler zone. We're gonna give you the usual thing that we always give you.
Yeah.
The summary, the ups, the downs, a recommendation, and then spoiler zone. We actually spoil everything. If for some reason you want to go and watch this anime that's not available to watch legally anywhere,
good luck.
Good fucking luck. We struggled.
Yeah, no,
until we just decided to just break into a broken down blockbuster, dig through their trash, and find VHS copies of these fucking episodes.
It honestly might be the best way to watch Evangelion somehow.
Maybe.
Yeah. So Funimation, get your fucking shit on that.
Also, we should clarify, for the sake of clarification, about halfway through the season, I think. We were watching. Oh no, actually, in some episodes we actually watched the HD remaster.
Yeah, it was like 18 through 24.
Yeah, without realizing we were watching the HD remaster of those.
No, we realized after the first episode.
Oh, did we? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and we wanted to because it adds more animation.
Yeah.
It adds more anime.
Yeah. So
we did not watch the original. We watched it in Japanese. We did not watch the English dub.
Yeah, and also a bunch of scenes are not really changed. The elevator scene is exactly the same except for one extra frame of animation.
An animation, which I totally missed.
And the endings are just the exact same way.
Yeah, no, those did not get remastered.
Oh no!
See, in any
it's because
way,
there was nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that.
Hey there, everybody! So, Kitty, what's Neon Genesis Evangelion all about for the 3 people who don't know about it?
It was us. Now, there's only one person who doesn't know.
See, no, it's okay, Kitty. I have Wikipedia on my phone just for situations like this. And just for whenever...
I'll bullshit until it comes up.
Yeah. You keep by time.
Evangelion is about a future in Japan where...
Of Tokyo 3.
Of Tokyo 3, where things have gotten a little fucked up because these creatures called aliens started invading.
Well, called angels,
excuse me. Aliens.
Also, it never actually said whether they're aliens or not.
They just come from space, so we'll see.
What the fuck? It came out, it started broadcasting on October of 1995 all the way through March of 1996.
So it's old as shit.
It's older than Charles.
Jesus. Okay. Here's a good summary. Thank you, Wikipedia. Evangelion is set 15 years after a worldwide cataclysm, particularly in the futuristic fortified city of Neo-Tokyo 3, excuse you, Wikipedia. The protagonist is Shinji Ikari, a teenage boy recruited by his father to the shadowy organization NERV to pilot a giant biomachine mecha called an Evangelion into combat with alien beings called angels. And the series follows... all the Evangelion pilots coming in, trying to fight all the angels, the twists and turns of what happens, what is NERV up to, what are the angels up to,
what happened in the past.
Yeah, what was
the second impact?
The second impact. What was the first impact? We don't get that.
What about the first impact, you guys? I'm still asking that question.
And trying to prevent the third impact.
Yep. And that's the story. Yeah. All about how my life got twisted upside down.
That is very true for Shinji.
Actually, fun fact. It's Neon Genesis Evangelion is actually a remake of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's true.
I guess the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was early 90s?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, Kitty, while I look at that piece of tidbit up, would you mind telling the viewers what you like the most about this 2 seasons of Evangelion?
Whole season, yeah.
What did you like the most about Neon Genesis Evangelion?
So I liked, because at first it's a mecha anime and it's old, so I wasn't sure I was going to like really get into it. Mm-hmm. But post like the middle of the first half of the season, they start kind of introducing more questions, kind of questioning what's going on in the world, all of that. You start learning about these Evangelions and these weird fucking like angels, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And I love that. It was the thing that I loved the most when back in the day when I was a wee baby and watched Lost with my mom. We would like discuss all the theories and be like, what's happening? What does this thing mean? So it really gave me like a nostalgic feeling, even though I'd never seen Evangelion.
And also I want to just light in and say that like, you got really absorbed into this anime. Like,
I did. I was like, we need to watch this every night.
Yeah, and that seldom happens.
Yeah, no, I usually, I'm like, we can keep going, you know.
It's like, if you want to. See, deciding on what we're gonna eat or where we're gonna eat is always a pain for both of us because we're both really soft on that. We're like, I don't know, what do you want to eat? I don't know what do you want to eat?
And none of us can actually make a decision.
Exactly. So the fact that we were like, what do you want to do tonight, Kitty? And Kitty's like, watch Evangelion.
We gotta watch Evangelion. Yeah, no, yeah, I got absorbed.
Yep. Also, Kitty, do you want to guess a year for when The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air first aired?
89?
Is that your final answer?
No, but let's go with
See,
it.
this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is an American sitcom that originally aired on NBC from September 10, 1990 to May 20, 1996.
Ah.
So actually, it's true. Evangelion is just a remake of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It's just a post-apocalyptic remake of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Really think about it. Think about it.
It's fair.
Now stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
What I like the most,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to come into this anime and not only relate to Shinji, but also really grow to like Shinji.
Because you see the memes. We grew up on the internet and anime culture.
And the biggest meme is Shinji getting the fucking robot.
Yeah.
Which I found to be rather ironic because
He's almost always in the robot.
he hesitates once.
Well, he hesitates in the first episode.
In the first episode, and then from there on, he gets in the robot.
He pretty much always gets in the robot. There's some times where he kind of struggles to get in the robot,
but he still gets in the robot anyway.
Gets in the robot.
Yeah, so like it really feels to me that like that's a sort of meme or joke that generates from people who just watch the first episode and never touch the anime ever again.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he gets in the robot. Like, it actually isn't funny because he gets in the robot.
He gets in the robot
also,
quite
understandably
often.
so. Hey, son. Get in the big death machine.
Death robot that will either kill you or save humanity.
Or both.
Or both.
And I know y'all want to be all like, yeah, I know. You know, I'm not 14 right now, and I don't have the scope of a 14-year-old. But yeah, no, Toto get into Death Robot, and the answer is that no, you wouldn't, because you would be freaking you'd be a baby.
You're a kid.
Listen, y'all don't want to get up to the front of class to read your freaking essay. Y'all ain't getting in the Death Robot. I'll just tell you this right now.
It's
okay?
true.
It's true.
I wouldn't have gotten in the Death Robot at 14.
Also, I'll just say this right now. Shinji is so depressed.
He needs help.
He needs help real bad.
A lot of these kids need help. They've been through a lot, and they need a therapist and some antidepressants.
And I actually totally understand what people were saying to me on Twitter, that like this anime is the anime that helped them understand that they had the depression.
I can honestly see that.
And like Shinji like shows all the signs.
Or like Asuka really feels like she might have like bipolar disorder too, because like she goes like so hot and then like just pushing everyone away, and that feels very like, you know.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree with you. And like, this is a sort of thing where like, you know, the focus on these kids really showcases not only the harshness of the setting that they're in, but also the pressure that the kids are having to face. And
it also like we did some digging into like that background and making of this anime as well.
Oh, do we just touch on that right now?
I'm gonna talk a tiny bit. We'll talk about the ending parts later. But the creator of Evangelion, or the writer, creator, etc., he was dealing with depression at the time. So you can actually kind of really see that through the characters and through their choices, their actions, especially poor Asuka, like later in the season. Like, absolutely, she gets it bad, and you can really feel that the creator was drawing from his own personal like feelings and experiences. So it's a very
except
powerful.
For Ray, that girl's just high.
No, she's a bit depressed too.
No, yeah. Well, it's really easy to be depressed when you know.
We'll talk about that.
Hey there, now, Kitty. This anime is not all roses.
No.
What's the opposite of roses?
Thorns.
But roses have thorns.
I know, but
every rose has its thorn, just like every. Okay, Kitty, what's the negative? The viewers are
fair.
They're tuning out as we speak.
It's fine. So you know how I said I liked all the mysteries it built up and all the theories and it's like what's gonna happen.
You said you loved all the questions the anime was raising.
Yeah, it doesn't really answer a lot of them, and the ones that it does is kind of not the greatest in the world.
It's almost that idea that the questions don't matter when the answers are kind of
and we'll talk about the behind the scenes when we get to the spoiler zone of like why this anime ended the way that it did,
and also why kind of things escalated the way that they did.
Yeah, and it was a fun journey, but the end result was not the best.
I want to say that up to episode 23,
yeah,
I had this feeling in me where I'm like, wow, I get it. This is
like an amazing anime.
This amazing story, and then it proceeds to kind of stick its foot in its mouth.
And
for 3 episodes.
Yeah,
and like it went from a 10 out of 10 to like an 8.
Yeah,
7.5 maybe.
Fair.
Is the execution, like, it doesn't stick the landing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then when you
and then when it tries to stick the landing, it's like has 1 foot up and 1 foot down. And
Yeah.
you're like, that wasn't the answer to my question, but
Exactly.
I guess I wanted a psychological study.
Yeah.
Not an answer to the post-apocalyptic world that we live in.
The assignment was for you to do a summary of what you did this summer, Shinji, but this is not
But the
that.
psychological evaluation of yourself is, it's you need help.
Also, by the way, that was a 2-page essay. You kind of went... Also,
You went a
double
little
spaced.
bit
Did you
overboard.
read the instructions? Jesus Christ. Go see me after class. I agree with Kitty.
Yeah.
As you can see from my sentiment. I will add... I agree with everything you said. That's my point.
Yeah.
Additional to that, I would say that the lowest point...
The other lowest point.
The other lowest point in this anime, what I consider to be the worst episode of Evangelion by a freaking country mile.
Other than the last episode?
The last episode is fucking Magma Diver. The episode titled Magma Diver
It's
is
not great.
probably the worst
It introduces
episode I've ever
some-
seen in an anime that's not just fan service bullshit.
It introduces some things, but, like, it's not worth it.
I fell asleep in that episode.
Yeah.
I fell asleep after all the bad stuff. I was like, oh, I'm done here.
I'm out, bye.
And also, I mean,
usually
let me
that's my line.
Let me
It's like,
just
I'm just
find
out.
which fucking episode it is.
It's like 16?
Okay, there's 26 episodes. Which
Somewhere in the
fuck-
middle-ish. Because it has, like, some interesting questions it brings up, so I know it's in the later half of
Oh
the
my
series.
god, where the fuck is it on it?
Is there an episode list?
I went to the episode list.
Oh. I think you gotta keep scrolling.
Wait. Oh, there's actually a little bit of a tidbit. It's episode 10, Magma Diver.
Wow, it's a lot earlier than I thought.
Yeah,
Fair.
episode 10.
Yeah.
That one fucking sucks.
It's not great.
Yeah, no, it's a sort of thing where it's like, did you show up today expecting inflation porn? No!
No, well, you're
Well,
not in luck.
Oh no.
Tugs at
Mr.
collar.
Anno said that we had to give you exclusively inflation porn today.
Yep.
And
go.
angel fetuses.
Yep.
Which I realized actually is an item in The Binding of Isaac, the angel fetus.
Oh,
It's true.
is.
It's true.
So you're saying that The Binding of Isaac is a ripoff of Neon Genesis
Oh,
Evangelion?
absolutely. See, when you actually look very closely at the design of Isaac, you realize actually that it's just
It's just Shinji.
It's
just bald Shinji.
It's bald Shinji. Anyhow, okay. So, Kitty, do we by the way, we haven't seen the movies. We're gonna
No.
watch them and do reactions like this,
On
podcasts
each
like this for each
one.
movie.
Because we gotta watch
have
the end
to.
of Evangelion, and then
Which
we're
is
gonna
act-
watch
which is-
the rebuild series.
Yeah, and then 1.0.
We're not gonna do
Oh.
the middle
2.0.
one. There's
2.0.
one more movie or something, some other supplementary
very
material
confusing.
in the middle there. We're not gonna do that one because
Yeah.
it's very confusing.
Yeah.
And also, good luck finding it. Good luck finding Evangelion.
Yeah,
anyway.
this was the most hard ever. But just if you are interested,
we would recommend you give it a shot.
I definitely skip Magma Diver. Just skip that.
Just read a summary.
It will not get referenced ever again. It will not get referenced.
I think it
ever
gets
again.
referenced in the recap episode where they talk about.
Oh yeah, I forget this has a recap
Of course,
episode.
because it's in the 90s. Of course it does.
And like the only thing that's new is one shot at the end that
Yeah.
doesn't actually even come into play anyway.
I do like that they like have commentary, so at least it's not like the exact same. Like it's the guys commenting about the angels, so at least
Yeah.
it's kind of something new,
Yeah.
kind of.
But it's the
but
bare
not
minimum
really.
though.
But
honestly.
anyway.
And also like I love the way that Senketsu did it way better in Kill la Kill.
Yes, well, yeah.
By the way, Gainax becomes Trigger, Splits becomes Trigger later. So
Yeah, so maybe some of these people from Evangelion have gone over to Trigger. It's hard
probably
to
all
tell.
the good people, considering. Hey there, everybody.
That's fine.
We're about to go into the spoiler zone.
No, do we recommend this anime?
Yeah, well, you said yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure it's clear.
We recommend it
if you can
it-
find it.
It takes a turn for the worst at the end, but hey, that's life.
But it's such a classic that at this point it's like
You know,
you gotta.
not all stories can be a pillar of good storytelling like the Ninja Turtles trilogy. So, that is what happens, you know.
Okay.
Turtles in Time is a great movie, Kitty. They go back to feudal Japan.
I know everyone.
Feudal
We'll
Japan.
fight you on this. We gotta get to the spoilers.
The spoiler zone begins at the count of 3.
2,
1.
Spoiler.
Congratulations.
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 We did not change that meme for quite a while.
Oh no!
Twitter.
It
was like a month.
In case you're wondering why we
we finished Evangelion, it was when we changed our icons on Twitter.
That was that same night.
Yep.
That same night we were like, fuck it. Like, we were
dying. It was almost midnight.
Yeah, we were dying. Like
we just watched the last 2 episodes.
Half laughing, half dreadfully confused.
Upset.
And upset, and then we're just like, and Kitty, you're just like, why did we just change our icons? Just
what if we're just at congratulations?
We were at congratulations for like a month.
It was so good until the new Rico UR came out.
And then I just became myself again.
Fair.
Kitty, let's do a quick recap of episodes 1 through 23. The good parts of Evangelion before you realize that they didn't know what they were doing the whole time.
Yeah, so, fun fact, this was written week to week.
Yeah, this anime was written week to week.
Because he had severe depression.
Almost to the point in which that, like, the animators were not getting the script until, like, literally the week where it was
needed to air or whatever, yeah.
That's bad.
That's quite bad.
When I learned that fact, a bunch of the things that I liked about the show kind of fell apart. I'm like, oh, like...
It's interesting mystery that you were building up to. You were writing week to week, so we actually had no idea.
You had no idea
what you were doing. You didn't know where it was going.
You actually had no idea what you were doing the whole time. No. And you see, I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Neon Genesis Evangelion is a really good first draft of a story.
Yeah.
That like in case you're wondering, this is what my first drafts look like before I actually go on and make things actually make sense. Okay. Like there are things that like that come up like regarding like a Misato.
Oh yeah, Misaki
or Misaki.
Yeah,
Misaki's like pendant that I'm pretty sure she's not. I think it's Misaki. Fuck. Like her crucifix that she's clearly not wearing in the first couple episodes
until they introduce it in her backstory.
Yeah, and then she suddenly gets it when it's important.
Fine. And the only thing I think that they planned. And it's hard to tell.
It is Misato Katsuragi.
The only thing that I think they planned, other than kind of maybe some general things, was that Rei is a clone. Because the first time you see Rei, it says Rei too. Yeah. So that's about the only thing that I can tell that they planned, other than maybe the general structure. And
also, there's one thing that like doesn't actually chime in or make any sense later on is how Ritsuko's mom developed the three three magi. Yeah, and like that whole aesthetic of like, you know, one of them is her as a woman doesn't actually rhyme true at all.
Yeah, one is her as a mother, her as a woman, and her as a scientist. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna say this right now. Although I like that everyone knows each other, can everyone not be fucking each other?
Can everyone not be banging? Why does everyone want to bang Gendo?
Well, see, it's because men fantasize about women liking them, even though there's absolutely nothing attractive about them. Okay, his goatee or whatever, Abraham Lincoln beard,
it's not
neck beard,
not working for him.
Not. Also, his bad haircut, not attractive.
Also, he's an asshole, so not very attractive either.
I mean, some women find it attractive.
That's because you're trapped in the misogyny of this culture.
It's true. Welcome back to Dango Duo. It's true.
But yeah, like first impressions when we first started watching this, it was like, and unfortunately you can tell that this was animated week to week, because like you can see how they're like, oh yeah, we'll go all out on the first episode, and then the next couple episodes peter a little bit, and then we're like, all right, more animation.
I'm gonna ruin anime for you, okay?
Yeah.
Take a shot every time a character is talking without their mouth being present on the screen.
That's why
something
Gendo
covering them. That's why Gendo covers his mouth, with his hands. By the way, like you think that's to make him look cool? No, it's to save money.
Mostly to save time more than anything.
Or take a shot every time Misato is drinking a beer and the beer can is covering her mouth as she speaks.
Yeah.
You can save up to 15%
and a little bit
animation
of
budget
by just animation.
Never showing anybody's mouth.
But like you can tell in the first episode, because like they go all out on the battle, which is really cool.
You know the first. They
give you a good first impression.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And also the other bit of reused material that makes me go kind of like is how when that other schoolmate randomly becomes a mecha pilot for
2 episodes,
and I know that like he's not gonna remain because he's not in any merch that I've ever seen.
Nope.
He was in one picture of a DVD cover, and that's how I know he fucking dies afterwards, or he's incapacitated afterwards.
Yeah.
And his mech looks just like the Eva 1, just recolored.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the action shots shots from
previous episodes that
just
they
recolored.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, he doesn't come back. It's fine.
There are things that I really like in the early episodes. I like Not immediately Asuka's introduction, because it's
a little dumb.
It's old. It's really
it's very
old.
stuck in its own time.
It really is. Oh, you get to see her panties.
Yeah. Oh, and she's fighting with Shinji.
She's underage, you fucking creep.
Because they might develop a romantic relationship.
Except no one's developing a romantic relationship.
Nobody got time for that.
Yeah, the only one is Kaoru, and we'll get to him in a moment.
And also, fucking, what's his name? Stupid guy. Ponytail Man.
Oh, Ponytail Man.
Fucking hate him.
Okay, I'll look up his name.
I hate him.
But like, I like the episode of Asuka and Shinji having to dance.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cute, and that's where you get your ship moment right there.
It's true. That's if you're down for ships, that's where you get it.
Yeah. Is it Toji? No, Toji's the classmate. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good episode because it has really cool animation as well.
Oh, Toji actually. Yeah, that's the pilot of Evangelion Unit 3. Mm-hmm. He gets incapacitated and permanently crippled.
Jesus.
Though the anime never tells you that. In the manga, apparently he's killed.
Oh, yeah, fair. We'll see what happens to him in the movie, if anything.
Yeah. Also, see, like, the problem with the angels is that there's kind of nothing.
They're cool designed and cool named, and then it doesn't matter.
To me, that,
like, the name of them doesn't actually matter.
I think part of it is, like, yeah, it's cool that they become, like, weird shapes, immediately.
Yeah, and the first angel that you see is, like, fucking iconic at this point. It's, like, on merchandise.
Yeah.
That's how iconic it is.
My one issue is that, like, and I hate using this metaphor, but they kind of blow their load on the Rumbas one.
That one is
which I think is the coolest one ever.
I like the first one that you see, but the Rumbus one is amazing.
Yeah. So then later when you have, like, the butterfly with eyes in space...
Oh, yeah.
You're like, that's less cool.
That one was weird.
It's less cool than...
you throw the fucking spear at it, and that was pretty cool.
That's pretty...
But then we lost the spear, so we got fucked.
No, see, that's a really easy way to get rid of that badass, awesome angel-killing weapon. See, that's where we fix that problem. See, I feel like a lot... Like, once you realize that this anime is written week to week, you realize that nothing matters.
Unfortunately.
And you're like, oh, this is... It's like the marzipan is falling apart in your hands. Mm-hmm. The coffee cake is crumbling to pieces in your hand.
Yeah.
I can't find the name of that guy.
I forget. I hate him.
The fuck is his name?
I hate him.
Something G? No.
Oh.
List of characters. Oh, look. Oh my god. It's just the congratulations scene.
It's just the congratulations scene.
Hideki Anno is the name of the writer.
Oh, okay.
Hideki Anno.
Anno-san.
Hideaki Anno, yeah. Can you talk to the viewers while I fucking find that guy?
But yeah, so... You learn pretty early on that Shinji's got some major depression and dad issues. I mean, his dad's a fucking asshole. And you learn more about his past, which I was afraid that they weren't going to do, but you actually get to learn about his mom, which I really appreciated.
Just a little bit, but
A little bit, but it's enough to be like, oh.
Yeah.
You learn more that his dad's a fucking asshole.
Do you think that do you think he blames Shinji for what happened to his mom?
I'm pretty sure that's why he's being an asshole.
But I don't know, like Shinji
really didn't do anything? No.
So this sort of thing where it's like...
Well, he's just being an asshole and projecting his feelings onto a small child.
Yeah, which is, the keystone to being a jackass.
Yeah. No, I like that it's kind of parallel. What happens to Shinji's mom also kind of happens to Shinji. They both get kind of absorbed into the Eva for a little bit. Shinji comes back. It's fine.
Oh yeah, he becomes goo.
It was interesting, but it was kind of like weird from a story perspective. It was like, how did this happen? But like from an actual like mystery perspective, you're like, wow, what the fuck is happening?
We just got here's a can of Shinji soup.
Shinji soup.
Kitty, it's Kaji.
Kaji, there we go.
Ryoji Kaji.
Fucking hate
Ponytail
him.
Man.
Not a fan.
Every
time he shows up, I want to smack his face.
It doesn't really help that his relationship with Misato gets really weird. Like, he just touches her, you know, inappropriately. And I do understand that she has feelings for him, but that doesn't really justify just, grabbing her like that, you know?
Yeah, grabbing her and kissing her when she's drunk.
I
remember everybody used that in, like, romantic AMVs because that was the romantic part of Evangelion. And I'm like, no, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's bad.
She's drunk. She can't consent.
Also...
and then he died, so it was fine.
Yeah, and then don't you love that his melons just don't come back?
It's fine.
I love that he just had melons, and he's like, yeah, this is my favorite place to be, which just happens to be right here next to
right here next to this battle.
When you're having this personal moment,
mental breakdown. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that if the world's ending, I'm just gonna boot up Stardew Valley and just time to water
Time to fix my farm
time
until
to
I die.
play, Journey of the whatever king and see if I can beat that game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I won't.
That's fine.
But it's fine.
It's fine. It's true, though.
I should just get the Joja achievement. I should just get it.
You
I'm gonna just play Stardew Valley tonight.
No, we'll see. I want to play more Harvest Moon.
Don't you mean Story of Seasons, formerly known as Harvest Moon?
This one's Harvest Moon.
Known in Japan as the Bokujo Monogatari series. Anyhow.
This isn't Harvest Moon.
Kitty, what's your favorite episodes from 1 to 23? What's your favorite episode? Favorite moment?
Oh, good question. I don't know. I liked the episode where we learn about Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was, like, a really fucking trippy episode. Because, like, you get to see so much of, like, what Nerve was, like, based on and what was happening at the time. And, like, when you finally see Ray, you're like, oh, it all connects together.
I actually like that you pointed out that Shinji's mom looks just like Ray.
Yeah. They look exactly alike.
I didn't see that until you pointed it out. I was like, oh, it's the same face.
It's just Shinji's mom.
Yeah, which is weird.
Which is really disturbing because Gendo shows a fascination and love for Rei in a way that is definitely creepy. Because she's a child.
Yeah, because at the start I was like, oh wow, he really cares about Rei, which is funny because he doesn't
give a shit about Shinji.
And then you're like, oh, Rei is just a clone of his wife, of his ex-wife, and is like, oh, was the ultimate plan to just,
raise her until you could bang her?
Wow. I was hoping that just saying, would kind of, be good indication, but then you're like,
do the Twilight thing.
Oh, yeah, yep. Man, I love the part when, Shinji gets imprinted to the Eva, and he's like, this is, yep. Thank God the Eva grew up super quickly.
That's fair.
Otherwise it would have been creepy.
Oof. Other cool things, learning about the Evas was really cool.
Yeah.
When, like, it doesn't amount to anything, unfortunately, but when, like, the Eva goes crazy and it sheds, like, all of its armor is, like, so cool.
That was really cool. That was the one where I was like, oh, these are actually living things. These are,
because you can see it kind of, like, in some other episodes where you're like, there's skin under there. It's not just, like...
The one shot that comes to mind is the shot where the mask comes off and Shinji sees the eye.
Yeah.
And I thought that was Shinji imagining that. I didn't think it was real. Also, I'll just say this right now. Mm-hmm. There is this big thing, and of course everybody knows it because it's a fucking spoiler, and people just say it, that Eva 1 is Shinji's mom. But the anime never actually says that. Never states it. And then people are like, Happy Mother's Day with a picture of the Eva 1, and I'm like,
she got absorbed into an Eva. I would have thunk it would be 00.
Yeah, the actual prototype.
But
Maybe
they took that and made Eva with it. Maybe it gets explained in End of Evangelion.
Probably.
Maybe.
But this is the sort of thing where I'm like, it actually wasn't stated.
It's not actually explicit. It's explicitly stated in what we watched. I don't know if there's some supplementary material or something that states it, but in what we saw, it's not actually explicitly stated. Yeah. But she did get absorbed into an Eva, so...
Yeah, and one of my favorite things in the anime is how the Evas have battery power, and I like that the Evas have hard limitations, which adds for a lot of drama, especially in situations
tension and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, like you only have you have 3. You
got unconnected. You have 3 minutes of power,
and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I like that they play with it later where Shinji gets stuck in the Eva and like it's losing oxygen and all that because like it's not meant to last that long.
Yeah.
And you can really see the peril of society because it's like, yeah, we built these giant death robots, but they only work for 3 minutes if you unplug them. And they destroy everything. We're not actually really good at controlling them.
Wow, sounds like the American government. Hey-o, whoop, 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 ha, ha, ha.
What about the first impact?
What about the first impact? That actually infuriates me.
We looked it up, kind of.
Did we?
Yeah, I've kind of...
Oh yeah. We read the wiki for like 2 seconds and then came out incredibly confused.
And then we were very confused, but it's fine.
I wanted to hope with all my heart that the first impact was actually the asteroid that killed all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, or like the Big Bang.
Yeah, that would have been so cool, but apparently it's not.
It's kind of not. Yeah. It's fine though.
Yeah. I like how Anno eventually managed a way to get Misato to be directly connected to the story by having her dad, or having her actually be in the second impact.
Yeah, no, I really like that because like the second impact was not long ago, so these characters
it was like 15 years.
Yeah, and mostly alive.
I do love that they it takes a while, but they eventually show like the repercussions of what happened.
Yeah,
the rippling effects,
and like how few people are actually left after the second impact.
And I do also realize that like this is something that the Japanese people got way more than we ever did. But like the shots of flooded
like Tokyo 2 or Tokyo 1.
Yeah, like I feel like that would have been a lot more impactful to people from Japan who have, who are used to that.
Yeah.
Like I really feel that we got like the American equivalent of like the Golden Gate Bridge, like all the way up to the top with water.
Yeah.
Freaking the San Francisco Bay, all just basically gone over the ice caps that melted through the second impact.
Exactly.
But see again, the world is interesting.
It's just.
But once you start looking at it, you go, oh.
Yeah. And that's why I would hope, big caveat attached here, that the rebuild films will actually finish it, but it's not even done yet, so I don't know what's going on.
There's another movie that hasn't come out.
And it's been like some years.
Also, I don't know, Kitty. I heard people like making money, and Evangelion makes money. There's a bunch of really stupid Evangelion merch. Did you know that?
Yeah, you were showing me a little bit.
Yeah.
And they still do collaborations. Like I was watching a video, a girl that I follow bought some they were doing like a fashion collaboration. Oh my God. It was kind of cool. But
I think the stupidest one, and feel free to look this up, VR. It's Neon Genesis Evangelion fishing rods.
That's pretty dumb.
Did I show you those?
I don't remember. I remember the shaving cream.
Oh, yeah. Shaving cream. That one's pretty bad. That one's pretty bad. The one thing that gets me is how they always commit to it, though.
That's fair.
So Kitty, you can hear her reaction.
To
Evangelion.
Fishing. Jesus.
Because he looks like Eva 1. Well, not like the mecha. But let me just show it to you, because it fucking looks like a futuristic fishing rod.
Goddamn.
This is like the ultimate one you get in fucking Legend of the River King. Okay, Kitty. But by time while the image loads. By time, Kitty.
Evangelion is a cultural phenomenon, so I suppose they just want to keep making money.
3, 2, 1.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's the feel free to Google Evangelion fishing rod. And that
Weird.
looks fucking dope as fuck, doesn't it?
It does.
It makes me want to own it.
Fishing rod.
It makes me want to own it. Oh, Oh, look, it's Shinji and Asuka fucking fishing.
What the fuck?
I bet there was a huge collaboration when Final Fantasy 15 came out, and it's like, here's Coleman camping gear.
Fuck no.
Because you can't just make a game that makes money. You have to
make all the money.
Make all the money. To quote Jim motherfucking Sterling son.
Yep, that's true.
Kitty. What about episode 24, the episode...
Kaoru's episode.
With Kaoru Nagisa.
Who just comes out of fucking nowhere, is incredibly gay. Jesus.
I had someone tell me that things get really gay between Kaoru and Shinji.
And I was waiting for that.
I was expecting for subtext.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be...
Basically context.
Context. And one couple things just to slide right in really quickly. Okay, what?
What?
Kaoru is half angel, half
an
human.
Angel and came specifically for Shinji.
See, in a well-told story, you would establish that really early on.
Real early. Not the second or the third to last episode.
Also, I love that even though we threw the spear to kill that other guy, and by doing that, we removed this... No.
Yeah, we removed the spear from Adam. The first angel.
The first angel. Adam just kind of chills there. Adam doesn't do anything.
He really doesn't. I'm assuming that's what the movie is going to do.
Probably.
But, from the anime's perspective, he just
Adam doesn't do anything.
Jack shit.
And Kaoru immediately shows up. And
is very gay.
Very gay towards Shinji. And
I've been looking for you all my life. Yeah. Or, shit like that. And you're like, what the...
And
Shinji's down. They have a sleepover.
Yeah, holding hands.
And
that's... And if you look off screen, you can see Shinji's... Never mind.
No.
Okay, that's a little bit too much.
Too much.
It's really, really, really gay.
It kind of comes out of nowhere, especially with, and they didn't really force this until I felt like the last episode or two, but you can tell that they're like, oh, you could ship Shinji with Rei or Asuka or Misato until Kaoru comes in, and then you're like, oh, never mind, he's gay.
Yeah,
this kid's gay.
Yeah, no.
But then they keep going back to that. I don't know, I felt the weird subtext of, like, they kind of wanted you to ship Misato and Shinji in a way.
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
And I don't know if they wanted that more as, like, a mother figure that he never had, but it felt a little more sexual than it should have been. So, yeah.
Japan.
I don't know if maybe that was just my own personal bias, but it felt a little gross. But then Shinji came in, or Kaoru came in, and Shinji's gay, so it's fine.
And of course, there is episode 24 out of 26, and I know that episodes 25 and 26 are the stupid ones. So I'm like, so Kaoru is dead at the end of this episode, and yes,
and then he dies.
Yep.
He squishes him.
Yep.
We didn't talk about the elevator scene in episode 23.
Yeah. In episode 23, we have the famous elevator scene.
Of a minute and a half?
It's about a minute and 20-something seconds of the same
shot.
Frame. And listen...
And silence.
Listen, that's 5% of the episode. It's 1 minute out of 21. That's 5% of the episode. And it's funny because I hadn't seen it growing up.
I'd never even really heard of it.
But I heard of it. Mm-hmm. I heard about just the elevator scene as though... And I didn't know if it was like something dramatic happens in it. But then when it starts playing... And it's the sound of an elevator, and it's just the same shot.
And they just are looking away from each other.
And Asuka
in the elevator, not wanting to talk to each other because Asuka hates her.
In the first 5 seconds, I'm like, okay. By second 20, I'm looking at Kitty going, what the fuck is this? What is this?
I'm like slowly dying.
Is this it? At 30 seconds, I'm like, this is it, isn't it? This is it, isn't it? And since we're watching the HD version, there's one extra frame of animation on Asuka, so she looks towards Rei and then looks away.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like an idle animation from a fucking video game.
Yeah,
and then it keeps going until Asuka just blows up and starts talking.
I think the elevator, it doesn't open, but it's getting close to its destination. And then Asuka. Like, we also watched a video about In Defense of the Elevator scene.
Super Eye Patch Wolf, who makes really good videos and is way more talented than we will ever be, but he made a video on it. And while I do understand his points,
yes, but
I feel like
you didn't need a minute and a half of that.
Yeah, no, you did. No, absolutely
20 seconds could have been enough.
20 seconds would have
to be that like tension scene of like this girl hates Rei so much she's not even gonna fucking talk to her.
And also, I mean, listen. It could have been 20 seconds of silence with more shots. Yeah. Because Asuka's rage comes out of nowhere, and like, listen, like, I understand that like at one point you have to just commit to the budget you have, especially considering how 25 and 26 go.
Well, not really the budget, but the time.
And also the time.
Yeah.
I understand, but at the same time you go, okay, like, listen.
You probably didn't need that much.
Listen.
Elevator scene.
Like I was going crazy. I was
just laughing because I was just watching you go crazy.
Like, this is it? This is the thing Super Eye Patch Wolf made a 15-minute video about?
Yep. In defense
fucking love Super Eye Patch Wolf. He's so good. Watch his video on the downfall of Bleach. That video is so good.
That's a really good video.
Yeah, he does good stuff.
Yeah.
Way more talented than we will ever be.
It's fine. But I was thinking about the elevator scene because we get the scene of Shinji staring at Kaoru, not wanting to crush him for like 50 seconds as well.
That's true. That happens too in the next episode.
And I'm okayer with that one because I wish we had seen Shinji's face, but I'm okayer with that one because it's Shinji like, this is this one person who's come into his life and been this like ray of sunshine who's loved him, and he has to kill him. Like, in a more updated kind of anime, that would be a really dramatic scene. Yeah. It kind of just sits there.
It kind of just sits there.
He's just holding him.
And the problem with the angle is that you can barely see Kaoru.
You can't see Kaoru at all, basically.
So it's like, and has he crushed them already?
And it's the outside of the Eva, so you can't see Shinji either. So it's like just this is silence for like 50 seconds.
That one, I think.
That one, I'm like I said, I'm okay with.
I think the issue is that, like, if you just do it once with the elevator scene is fine. Doing it twice
did it again with a different scene.
I'm waggling my finger back and forth. And there's a bunch of things that, like, if we want to just slide in and talk some more shit about how... it's not lazy.
No.
It's lack of time and resources.
It's the fact that this was written week to week.
And also, I'm going to just steal a point from Super Eye Patch Wolf's video, that, like, there's a whole episode they scrapped because it dealt with the chemical attack, which on the same week that it was going to air, or like 2 weeks
around the same time.
When they were making it, Japan had there was like a subway bomb.
Yeah.
That was dangerously close, so they just scrapped that whole episode. So they had to scrap
the entire episode, so they were actually an episode behind towards the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these poor animators. And then the creators just, like, embezzled the money anyway, so...
Yeah, no, like, just to be clear, the creators and producers were not actually saying the lead writer.
No, he's fine. It's the main guys from Gainax who are like, we're actually making money, we need to save this money and not report it on our taxes.
Which, by the way, that's a bad idea.
Illegal, by the way.
Yeah, pay your taxes.
Please pay all your taxes.
Yeah.
I know you guys were worried about not being able to create another Ava, but y'all turned out all right.
Listen, don't claim like 15 dependents. You think it's easy? You're like, oh, whoops, I have 15 kids. It's fine. Mm-hmm. No, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, don't do
Tax
that.
advice from Dango Duo.
It's true. But yeah, episode 24 is very strange, and I think the movie will talk about it more.
What if it takes out the gay?
I don't believe that it does.
Yeah. The one thing that like...
because I know I've seen shots of Shinji and Kaoru playing the piano together.
Oh.
I think that's rebuild, but I know that they don't take out the gay.
Also, I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but I have this mental shot of Kaoru, but it looks just like the final shot of Escaflowne, where he's got wings and he's naked. And I don't know if I made that up or if that's actually an Evangelion.
That could be from the movie.
Because I'm like
pretty sure... I've seen the poster for the movie. I'm pretty sure it's Kaoru's big old face towards the top of the movie poster. So I don't know what the fuck is happening, but...
So we're gonna watch that
soon. We'll watch that.
We'll maybe watch it at Fanime.
Maybe. Now that we've done Kill la Kill as the Patreon podcast, and now that we're doing this podcast...
Although this is going up... it's actually going right after.
For the Patreons, this one, Kill la Kill, went up first, so it's fine. You non-Patreons get to see Evangelion first.
How do you feel about... I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No worries.
How do you feel about Kaoru just... I mean, do we want to talk about the trope of killing your gays?
I just wish it hadn't come out of fucking nowhere.
I feel... Okay, here we go, okay? Mm-hmm. Breaking your readers' and viewers' heart is a lot like growing crops in Stardew Valley, okay?
Jesus. Mm-hmm.
See, you tend to them, you give them water, you give them what they love, which is usually characters being cute with one another, and you wait for it to be ripe, and then you rip their hearts out with your fucking claws.
Yep, with your scythe.
And the fact that, Kaoru shows up...
Literally comes out of nowhere.
And I don't know about you, but I'm kind of desensitized to... Oh, a new character shows up, and they're being loovy-doovy with their main character, and their main character is happy for the first time in the whole. They're dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kaoru was as dead as as
an anime mom.
Well, as an anime mom or a black character in a
horror movie.
In a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, listen, okay?
Yeah.
I don't make the rules. I just notice the tropes in fiction.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
He's dead.
Kaoru couldn't have been more dead in that episode.
The moment he opened his gay mouth.
Yeah, to kiss Shinji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was really gay.
We were floored by that episode. We were actually, like, what the fuck? This is actually gay for 1996.
It's really gay for 1996. And it's a sort of thing where, like, no one outwardly goes, oh, ew, those two boys are liking each other, that's wrong.
No.
Which is, I mean, they end up having to kill each other, which, and
that's unfortunate.
Definitely not,
system
gay icon, but, I mean, like...
But it was like, the way that they did it, it had to happen like this.
Yeah.
But,
well, it's because, like, listen. We don't have enough money to animate everyone.
Oof.
We are not going to animate Kaoru. Listen, it's fine. The final two episodes are bad, but before we get there...
Excuse me.
It was... I think you said it best. We were floored by how gay that episode was.
Yeah, and how, overtly...
Yeah.
Gay.
I was expecting it to be like, oh, see, if you look
squint your eyes,
if you look closely, they're holding hands.
No,
but no, and they're basically sleeping
right next to each other.
I mean, quite literally.
Yeah.
And truth be told, like, I never really felt that Shinji was like, attracted to the other girls anyway.
No, not really, because you see the friends come over and they're like, oh, Misato's like the perfect wife. Oh, she's so good. And he's like, yeah, she's all right.
Or alternatively, no, she's kind of gross. She just throws trash everywhere.
It's true. So, seeing Shinji, finally be happy for once in his goddamn
for
life.
a whole 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then having to kill the source of his happiness.
Kitty, what about episodes 25 and 26, Kitty.
These poor animators. I feel so bad for them.
They did pretty well with what they got, but what they got was pretty breed.
Just nothing. They had pieces of paper to work on. They didn't even have cells. It was just paper, sketches.
Those were storyboards, Kitty.
They were storyboards. They weren't even fully celled.
You know,
These poor animators.
It's kind of like when you show up to your final and the assignment was one thing, and you're like, okay, I didn't do that, but I kind of did this. That's halfway there.
Kind of.
You know.
So it's like showing up to your final and the questions are half written. So you have to kind of figure out what they mean and do your own interpretation of what this is saying.
So you're saying they bullshitted the last 2 episodes, huh?
They had to. Look at what they had to work with. They had enough to animate a little scene in 26, and that was like it. That was all. It was the little school scene. And that was it. These poor animators.
So, Kitty...
I feel so bad for them.
What happens in episode 25 and 26, Kitty?
So I know you guys signed up for Evangelion to talk about giant robots, post-apocalypse, saving the world, all that. But have you thought about a psychological study of Shinji?
No.
That's what you get.
That's not what's on the box.
Nope. It's time to psychologically study Shinji, why he's like this, why he thinks the way he does. Also, Asuka a little bit, too, because Asuka's also fallen
and a little bit of Rei, too.
She's serious depression, as well as Rei, yep.
I mean, listen, we don't have enough to talk about Shinji for 2 episodes to throw in Asuka.
We got, and then a little bit of Rei.
To be clear, we watched the HD remaster of this, and...
No, they didn't change anything for those two.
They didn't change anything.
No.
There was more change in that elevator sequence than there was in episodes 25 and 26.
They remained exactly as they were.
Also,
as they originally aired.
The thing that I hate the most is that I think I know that the movie doesn't end up changing this ending. It just kind of...
No, it leads to the ending.
Basically, like, it's the staircase that actually makes this ending make sense, which, by the way, spoilers means everybody's dead.
Fine.
Everybody gets up sore because the final the overarching plan that Hideaki Anno came up with at the last 3 minutes of the presentation was actually Gendo's plan was to converge all of humanity into one consciousness so they could never die.
So he could see his wife again.
Oh, Kitty, this is just the plot of Beyond Two Souls, isn't it?
Fuck. Also,
don't tell Shinji.
Don't tell Jody.
I am quite of a scientist. I'm something of a scientist myself, Shinji. Fuck.
But we
don't tell Jody.
Don't tell Jody. Don't forget about the message that we learned from these last 2 episodes. It's not that you should believe in yourself. You can believe in yourself. It's that if you try hard enough, you might just one day believe in yourself.
And that's the message we learn.
That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral that Shinji takes out.
Shinji learns.
It's like, I could maybe...
I don't love myself. I hate myself. But I could maybe one day possibly learn to love myself.
I'm shaking my head.
That's it. What? That's the ending.
Also, by the way...
It's that he can maybe love himself one day.
Also, in case you're wondering...
Well, they reserved into the Eva.
These final 2 episodes, in case you think we're being, like, shitty or bullshitting or just being silly here, those last 2 episodes are those last 2 episodes are made of reused animation assets,
sketches,
on a storyboards colored with markers. I will have you know that, which actually looks kind of stylish, but that's basically like picking through your meal, to be entirely honest.
Yeah, and one new animation bit in the 26th episode where they talk about what could be like the ideal world for Shinji.
Yeah.
Which is like this very nice, like non-post-apocalyptic world where he's just going to high school. He lives with his friend Asuka, or like, I don't know, she lives really close. I think she lives really close. His mom and his dad are together and alive, and everything's happy. And you get to see that world for a little bit, and that's like the only new thing in these 2 episodes.
Yeah. And none of that matters because ultimately you kind of
that's not real.
Okay, am I crazy, or is that literally the thing is all of humanity, or at least what remains of them, or at least these handful of people are converged into one consciousness, so they can't ever die?
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Which
means everybody's dead.
What about
Earth is dead? It's taken over by angels, probably.
What about Pengu? What about the penguin? Did he die?
Probably. He doesn't have a consciousness, maybe. In the way
are you saying penguins don't have souls?
Don't talk about Pengu.
I can't believe. Wow, penguinfan.tumblr.com is this freaking.
I'm thinking of Pingu, which is the Suica mascot. It's not the same penguin. It's fine.
What's the name of the penguin mascot for that Sanrio has?
Everyone's yelling at me. Tuxedo Sam?
No! Tuxedo Sam?
That's a character.
That's what it's called in America, isn't it? Because his name is like Butts something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his name in America.
You know what? Kitty, talk to the viewers about episodes 25 and 26.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't sign up for a psychological study of Shinji, but I guess that's fine.
I understand that in a story where that had been established and built up towards it would have made sense. But honestly, we watch episodes 25. It's midnight. We watch episode 25 and we stop there like, what? What is this?
What?
Like I actually felt upset because I'm like, no, what is this actually?
I didn't want this. I wanted to talk about what's actually happening. I wanted a conclusion to this story.
And the worst
not the epilogue to the story.
The worst part is that like we just skip over to the epilogue of the story and it doesn't actually make sense and there's no like, you know, leading to the actual last two episodes because they didn't have time. And at one point you have to wonder like, hey, can you guys just like miss 1 week and just literally make something good?
No, they can't. Which, like I said, I feel so bad for these poor animators who must have been under so much stress to try to get
mostly from Hideaki Anno, who just could not. Oh fuck! That's not who I was talking about.
Oh,
I didn't know they had a Tuxedo Sam.
Yeah, Tuxedo Sam.
It's a little penguin.
Yeah, he's a little penguin.
Okay, let me fucking Sanrio penguin.
I'm pretty sure you're just gonna find Tuxedo Sam.
No, it's the other penguin, the angry one.
Oh yeah, the angry penguin.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Oh, it's Bad Batsumaru.
Yeah, Bad Batsumaru.
Bado Batsumaru. It's a male penguin with spiky hair.
Yep.
Mexico also liked him, but not as much as fucking Keropi.
Keropi.
Mexico fucking loves Keropi.
Frog.
And that's how I knew that horoscope chart was correct, because I'm like, what spice is it? It's Keropi? There you go.
Fair.
Said, well, what are you?
I forgot.
Were you my melody?
I think I was like... No, I was the dog, I think.
Yeah.
The puppy.
Yeah.
The puppy.
The gooey puppy, right?
No, the other puppy.
Oh. Where, see, much like we have nothing to talk about, there was nothing going on in episodes 25 and 26.
I mean, like, again, it could have been interesting, but it was not what we actually wanted to conclude this story. Like, yeah, I'm totally down for talking about, like, Shinji's emotional and mental problems, but, like...
That really... And even though you think he's like, oh, but we actually touched on Shinji's depression. Yeah, but the anime is about giant robots, though. And you would think that the climax of a giant robot's anime would be, right,
especially
giant robots
how 24 ended, and Shinji's, like, fucking depressed, but there's, like, you know, angels coming, you know, doing the Pacific Rim thing. It was like, oh, no, 2 can come at once now, or something. That's how fast we've gone now. Yeah. But nope.
We could be looking at a double impact.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, we could be... we could be looking at a double. I need a word. Never mind. I was gonna be like, we could be looking at a DP happening every single hour.
Oh god.
Okay. All right, Kitty. Oh fuck! One last thing. Mm-hmm. Episode 26 ends with.
Congratulations.
Well, upon Shinji realizing that if he tries hard enough, one day he may be able to love himself. Mm-hmm. We cut to.
The world breaks away.
We cut to...
The theater breaks away.
The press start screen for Chrono Cross. and suddenly...
A skybox.
Yeah, a skybox, and then just a coral reef texture, which is literally the press start screen for Chrono Cross. Mm-hmm. And everyone...
Most characters are there.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? The other 2 members of the crew are not there, and I love them.
Kaoru's not there either.
Yeah, because, I don't know, again, they only wanted the ladies to get in.
I guess.
So we get our main cast of characters, cough, cough, cough.
Mostly.
As they all congratulate Shinji.
For learning that he may one day be able to love himself. And that he's broken free from the like, depression and the
wall that was keeping him from just joining the rest of the global consciousness.
Yeah, like, I don't... Because I think it's been a while since I've seen these episodes, and Jesus Christ, they're not very, like... able to be, like, deciphered in my own brain, let alone, like, on screen. But, like, I think that the consciousness was, like, he was rejecting it or something, and, like, he couldn't, like, fully accept what had happened. So the consciousness was like, oh, yeah, well, what if we just make this perfect world for you? And he's like, but that's not real. Except then none of it's real. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Kitty, the slide on the wiki for this episode is this.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
It's a pencil sketch of Shinji floating in nothingness.
Yep.
Which looks very much like the Little Prince.
Yeah.
Le Petit
Prince. Yeah.
I'm looking for the final lines of the episode because I feel like you... Oh, here you go. So after everybody goes, congratulations, you did it, man. You got this. Oh, yeah. Even Kaji's here for some reason, even though he was already dead.
He's dead. It's fine.
So...
Unless this is all in his brain. This is all his brain. Did his brain recreate all the people in his life?
It makes no sense.
I don't know. None of it makes sense because we don't know the context, but anyway.
And then we get a black text on the screen that says, to my father, thank you. To my mother, farewell. And to all the children, congratulations. We took your money.
It doesn't say we took your money.
We took your money and we killed your dog. And
wow.
and we took your mother and we're running out of town.
Jeez.
Bye. Wow. Buy the DVD. Evangelion. Watch the movie.
And
buy the merch. Buy the fishing rod.
In like 2 years.
Get one for your mom.
Yep.
Say hi to your mom for me.
Say hi to your mom.
Uncle's your uncle. Bob's your uncle.
Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye. What the fuck is that last piece of text? I don't get. Thank you that for what? Get into the jack shit.
He made his mom come back to life, kind of.
To my mom, farewell.
I know. I don't know what happened in this last episode.
I've always been I'm really tired of the trope of forgiving the people who wrong you.
Forgiving the abuse of people in your life.
Even though when they have done absolutely nothing to, make up for what they did.
Yeah. Gendo was worried about him once in the anime.
That totally redeems him.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that he didn't murder Ritsuko's mom!
Yeah, no, he did that.
Also,
also,
sorry, I'm fucking dying right now. The point of the three magi is that there are three mega AI computers that can make decisions for everybody, and they all have a brain, but they're all Ritsuko's mom's brain.
So where are the
even
other
though
brains?
She was dead.
And where do all the other brains come from?
Nobody knows.
It's fine. It's fine. And then we don't learn about the Magi until they're introduced in that episode and almost die. It's fine. Or we barely hear them.
About the what?
About the Magi.
Oh, yeah.
You barely know of them before that episode where you actually get introduced to them. It's fine. Yeah, these last two episodes are rough. I understand why people are like, you gotta pause and watch the movie in between, but like...
Yeah. But we had to do it.
We had to go find the movie, so and we had already spent way too long trying
also,
to
it was
get
midnight.
We
were not
anime.
going to stop. Also, kidding, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
There, see, I keep telling. It is the press start screen for Chrono Cross.
That's pretty
Kitty.
close.
Here you go.
But I'm pretty sure it was just a skybox.
I know, but they're like on the surface of this. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Fair. I understand what you're saying.
Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Chrono Cross is not only the sequel to Chrono Trigger, but also Evangelion. Kitty, there's nothing to rip off in episodes 25 and 26.
That's fair, I suppose.
Hey there, we've been here for an hour so far.
We've only actually talked about the plot.
You want to talk about the characters? What did you think about Shinji?
I feel like we've talked a lot about Shinji and...
that boy's depressed. He needs some help.
He needs a therapist and some antidepressants.
Non-binary Shinji is the easiest headcanon.
It's true, because everyone's like, especially Asuka's like, you gotta be a man about it. And he's like, why do I have to do that?
Yes, that's dumb.
Yeah, I don't, then I guess I'm not a man.
Yeah, and then he puts on Asuka's suit and then he feels really good in it. So, there you go.
He's embarrassed, but feels good. Yeah.
Well, he's embarrassed because he feels good about it.
That's fair, too. But Shinji is like, he's a good main character. I don't feel like this story would have quite worked following either Rei or Asuka.
Yeah. And I really dislike the culture against characters like Shinji for being quotation fingers
a wimp,
whiny.
Yeah.
I feel because if
we're gonna explicit it, being a pussy.
Yeah. And I find like
but he's
I find that
not
because he isn't, and secondly, like I value I would rather have characters like Shinji instead of characters like. Okay, this is the dumb. I can't think of something else off the top of my head.
Fair.
Batman.
Yeah.
Superman. Power trip fantasies who are the perfect guy who can do whatever they want and never doubt themselves. And listen, you know what? Normal people don't become a ninja when their parents die, you know? I feel people really overlook that sometimes, you know?
Normal people become like Shinji, become depressed, have PTSD about everything that they've been through.
No, see, normal people don't become the Punisher, okay? I feel like the Punisher was gonna become the Punisher no matter what happened to him.
Fair.
You know, someone messes up his drink at Starbucks, it's like, time to get all my guns.
Time to kill.
And kill people.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like Shinji. He's probably my favorite character, honestly.
Yeah, no, he's, I can't believe how relatable he is at the end of it all.
I wonder if, Ono kind of based him on himself. Probably.
Also, I'll just light this in right now because we actually didn't put them in here.
Mm-hmm.
Ava 1 is the best one.
Ava 1 is pretty cool.
That color scheme, A+. The best friends make fun of Wooly from The Best Friends so much because his favorite colors are purple and green. And I'm like, that color scheme is fantastic. You think it looks noisy and bad, but then you see it in action and you go,
somehow works.
That's a good ass fucking... And
it's really cool.
The shoulder pads on the Avas are like fucking good, and the layers of armor that is clearly just like screwed on.
Yeah. We don't get to see new girl's Ava, obviously, because she's only in the rebuild. But
that one's pink.
Yeah, which
so
I'm super
that's
down
probably
for.
the best one.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of like Rei's, Shinji's, Asuka's, Shinji's is definitely the best.
Yeah, Asuka's actually being like orange and red. It's actually kind of it kind of gets
I
all
like
muddy.
its design, but it's kind of
that's
like,
true.
Yeah, and Rei's is pretty boring.
Yeah,
because it's the prototype.
It's and then it's either yellow and white or blue and white.
And I mean, like, everyone is so cool because you see the jaw like unhinged so often, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
But anyway,
you know, like when you get a really big sub and you're like, time to unhinge my jaw. What about Rei, Kitty? Yeah, nobody likes her. She's bad, right?
No.
The worst waifu.
I wish she got more. I wish that we had known a little bit more about her in the beginning, so we could kind of build up.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Is she okay?
No, definitely not.
But like, I'm not trying to say like, is Rei actually a human being? But what I'm trying to say is that she's like clearly the second copy of a. Oh, and there's actually a bunch of Reis at the basement, in the basement, by the way.
Yeah, which is that was a crazy episode.
I forgot that happened, and I was like, wait, that's stupid. Let's not talk about it.
No, but then they all smile really creepy. Oh, it's so good. I kind of love that. But yeah.
But like, I'm almost like, does she actually have all the capabilities of a human being? Is something lost in the cloning process, or is she just like a human being? In which case, like, you know,
and you don't really get to see like how does like her memory transfer work? Does she have memory transfer? Because I don't think she does. Because when you see Rei 3, she's like, oh, you must be Shinji. You're like, oh, did that happen?
Yeah.
Because like, and I kind of like. I wish they'd build upon it more, but I do kind of like that throughout the story. You see Rei too, and you get to meet Rei too, and then towards the end she dies, she sacrifices herself, and you get Rei 3 as kind of a reset of her character. Yeah, which that could be like an interesting like story bit, and like Rei questioning is like, am I really human if I have to clone myself and then like, you know, I've lost all my memories. Are these my friends anymore and stuff like that? Yeah. But we don't get to see that. But
unfortunately, Hideaki Anno was writing this week to week, so...
Yeah, so that's it.
Also, I love the way we also get to see Rei 1.
Yeah.
And Ritsuko's mom just kind of like, hey,
well,
here's a pillow.
Yeah, I actually don't think that was Rei 1 dying. I don't know. Maybe that was Rei 0. Because, like, because Rei 2 gets introduced after that first fight. Because she gets killed in that first fight. In the first episode, so that's Rei 2.
Wait, she get because she's all like wounded up from a previous from the tent. Maybe I'm
that's
probably...
Rei. No, because on the screen it flashes Rei 2 in the like title screen.
Yeah, I'm probably misremembering then.
Yeah, no, like so I think baby Rei either lived through that or
was just
they didn't count it.
Rei 0.
Yeah, Rei 0.
Which would make sense considering Ava 0. So
yeah, so
also maybe to hear a cat snoring. He's really loud.
So cute.
He's so happy. Unlike the characters of this show, can anything else about can we please stop showing like Rei naked?
Yeah.
Can we stop that?
It only happens.
Also, what do you feel about the trope of like girl who doesn't care about girl disassociating, undressing herself in front of main character, much to the dismay of her main character?
I honestly forgot that happened.
And slight arousement.
I honestly forgot that happened. It's probably for the best. Yeah, no, it's a dumb trope.
It's a dumb trope.
Yeah. I do the one other cool little thing about Rei that I do like is that those bandages are just all for show.
Oh yeah.
You see that when Rei 3 takes them off and she's fine underneath. It's just to show that she made it through. Yay! Look at she's injured, but she totally made it.
Jesus Christ.
No, she's just a new clone.
Oof.
It makes you think.
Oof.
But anyway, yeah.
I think they grow her in like a vat or something.
I don't know, because all those rays are like in this like green liquid.
Maybe it's one of those like sponges. Like you put the little pill in the water and then she just starts growing over a couple weeks.
Also, we didn't talk about this, but like the dummy plug is just dummy rays.
That's cool.
It's so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
shit.
I love that like arc. It's so good.
See, that's cool, but
it doesn't have.
Yeah, see, since they're writing it week to week, they don't get to establish it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they kind of because I have a feeling that like I said that Ray 2 and Ray 3 they're all kind of planned.
Yeah, the one thing that I am certain they planned Ray being a clone from the start.
Yeah.
Or at least after episode 1.
At least after episode 1.
Kitty, what about best character? The girl who was always right and did nothing wrong, Asuka.
Poor girl.
She actually had it rough.
She has it really
We get to see her
rough.
mom hang herself like 10 times.
Yeah, woof, man.
Yeah, that's rough.
Jesus.
That's rough. And the doll.
Yeah.
And her mom's slightly being, I don't know the word I want to use, unhinged, maybe.
Fair.
My daughter's this doll, you're not my daughter.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. And then having to, like, prove herself every chance she gets to be like, I am.
On a slightly lighter note, please feel free to take a shot and laugh hilariously in laughter whenever they're trying to speak in German.
Bless.
Oh, that's so good.
Kit would not make it through those parts.
No, they're really bad.
It's not great.
Especially the parts where she's just talking on the phone in German.
Yeah, it does not sound
funny.
very good, but it's fine.
Funny.
Poor Asuka, Jesus, she gets it rough by the end.
I really like her because she enables the story and because she's always proactive in the things she wants to do. And she's the kind of...
She's a good foil for Shinji.
She's definitely a good foil for Shinji.
Because Shinji's like, I don't want to do this. This is crazy. And she's just like, I'm balls in. Let's go.
Also, not particularly keen about her wanting to jump on, Kaji's,
Yeah, I feel like there was a thing about that, like I don't want to say sexual assault, but maybe something like that, where like
I forget.
She felt like she needed to do that to get his attention or to be like number one.
She definitely wanted to get his attention.
Yeah, I think there was a thing about that. I just can't remember.
Yeah, I'm getting the same feeling that you are. So
like in her episode, but yeah, poor girl. Jesus Christ, she goes into a coma at the end of it.
Oh yeah, also I'm pretty sure the movie doesn't treat her very well.
No, I know I've seen shots that do not treat her well.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about those.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah. He takes my breath away. What about the friends from the school, Kitty? Put your fucking camera away. Fucking
glasses guy.
Fucking
and then,
Tomojo wannabe.
Yeah, and then getting the robot number 4.
Okay. Yeah, also there's a stupid shot of like Shinji has to rescue those boys who bullied him. Well, one of them bullied him.
Yeah.
And they have to get inside the plug. I don't know how that fucking works.
I don't know how they managed to get up to the plug.
Especially because that plug is pressurized and there's water in there. This fucking shit just kills me because I'm just like, you didn't actually think about this.
No.
But yeah, they're kids. They're stupid.
Yeah, and then they...
And they all have the hots for Misato, which, I mean, I guess it's just she's a woman.
She's a woman.
She
gestures at boobs.
And
then there's Asuka's friend, the pigtail girl.
Yeah, the girl who has a crush on Toji for 2 minutes, long enough for him to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what happens.
I mean, he doesn't actually die.
If you ever realize you're in a fictional story, don't get attached to anyone, don't have sex, and don't do anything dangerous.
It's true.
And don't be a person of color. That's a big one.
That's a big harder one to do, but it's fine.
Let's just figure it out. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I wish they had more character, but also I guess they really are superfluous.
Yeah, and part of me is like, I wish they were there less so we can have more of our main characters.
Fair.
But
it's a balancing act.
What about Kaoru, Kitty? We talked about Kaoru a little bit.
We did talk about him a little bit. Jesus Christ.
Establishing the rule that if you have white hair, you're gay.
Yeah, it's true. He was,
and that's why when everybody gets old, everybody gets gay. It's true. It's true.
I want to know more about him, but I don't know how much we're going to get in the movie.
I mean, we could open up the wiki page and see.
No. Opening up the wiki page for Evangelion is a very bad idea.
It was confusing.
We were like, okay, what's the first impact? 2 sentences in. What?
Half of those words are not real.
Oh, confused. What is happening?
Kini, what? Sorry, I interrupted you again. I'm so bad.
It's okay. I was done.
Okay. What about Misato. She's too good for this show.
I really like her. She's too good for Kaji, that's for sure. Jesus.
She's the most relatable.
Yeah.
She's the most relatable.
She's
I don't know how she ends up
and-
getting a position of power in this place, but that's fine.
And I like that she really does care for Shinji. She
Yeah.
wants to really like love him and
Yeah.
you know, support him in his decision. And she kind of like knows how to push him in a way too, because she's grown to, you know, understand him. Their relationship is really nice. I just wish I didn't get the feeling that they wanted you to ship them. I don't know why I get that feeling.
Also, just lighting in, can you stop showing naked female characters in your opening? The opening for this anime is fantastic. Can you not show Misato, Asuka, and Rei naked in it? Can you like just not do that?
No.
Can you put your penis away for 2 seconds?
No. Do they ever show? They show Shinji naked at least in the anime.
Yeah, but it's for comedic relief, Kitty, because his pee-pee's out.
Because is that the shot where like it's a bigger beer can, then you take the beer can away, and there's a smaller one, and it's still blocking it?
Yeah, it's because he's got a pee-pee, you see.
He's got small pee-pee because he's 14.
He's a fucking kid.
He's a child. Yes.
Sorry, I just thought it was a stupid joke. What about... we love Misato, she's the best. Unfortunately,
Honestly.
she gets a little weighed down by Kaji because, of course, men ruin everything.
It's true.
What about... talking about men ruining everything, Gendo!
Dude. His
Gendo
plan
and
is very confusing.
I love... Wait, what do you say?
His plan is very confusing.
Well, you see, it's because he didn't think about it.
Because he wrote it week to week.
Also, I love that he took... For some reason, he took Shinji's mom's last name.
I know, right? What the fuck? That's so weird.
That's so... Is that on Japanese, or is that just on everything?
It feels like it's on everything.
That's so weird that he takes I'm not saying you can't.
No,
but
down
considering
for it,
this
but
guy
like,
is
it's
an
1996
asshole.
too.
1996, and he's like... Or he's just like, fucking, that last name is way better than mine.
Right? Like, because you meet him when he's younger, and then it's like, that's not your last... Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I do love that flashback episode. It's kind of cute.
It's a really... And it was like everything I really wanted from that flashback episode. Mostly.
Except for the fact that, like, oh, by the way, someone else wanted to get in Shinji's mom's pants.
Of course, because it's Shinji's mom.
Jesus Christ. I know the population of the world is, like, really
It's
down.
really
but can
reduced.
y'all stop thinking about banging, please.
Nope.
Talk about doing a banging job. I actually thought the scene with Gendo saving Rei from that the plug and him burning his hands was actually kind of touching.
Yeah.
Except when you actually put it in context.
Except when you think about it, that she's a
I actually feel I said this when we were talking about it. I'm like, that scene is lessened, is worsened when you put it in context and you go, oh, he is saving his wife.
His clone of his wife. I mean, like, if they had more time to kind of establish, like, how does Gendo see Rei? Does he see her as a daughter, or does he see her as his wife? And you don't ever really see that, except for, like, when they go into the consciousness where he actually has his wife, and then he's happy.
Well, no, it's because he's got the wife and Rei.
That's fair.
You know,
Kitty,
listen. You don't only have one waifu. Mm-hmm. You get multiple waifus.
That's fair. It's just like I wish they had like kind of established that, because like that's the scene that you see him he actually cares about Rei, but you don't know how.
See, Kitty, I have an older version of my wife and also a teenage version of my wife.
Ew.
Officer, the cuffs are hurting me. Please take them off.
That's disgusting.
Gendo's
an asshole, by the way.
He actually. Okay, listen.
He shows like two moments of caring about Shinji, and that's it.
And that's actually not enough.
No.
Fun fact.
Even though Shinji is like just desperate for his affection and affirmation that he is a good son,
which really just enables him to further abuse him.
Yeah.
So
like that little scene where he calls Gendo about like a parents' night or parents' meeting or something. He's like, "Why are you bothering me with this? You have Misato."
Yeah.
And he just hangs up on him. Like that's heartbreaking.
That's heartbreaking. And listen, he's kind of an asshole.
He's a major asshole.
He's an asshole. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to bring this up. I have at the start of season 2. This is about budgeting and budget animation. The whole time we've been meeting the shadowy rest of the members.
You actually see them as people.
You see them as people around the table with
VR headsets on.
different colors. And for the second half or for the second season,
they
suddenly just become tablets.
Just colored tablets.
That say audio only because we can't afford to draw mouths anymore.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
even though we could have just reused that animation, but I guess time.
It's fine.
Gendo's plan makes makes no sense.
Makes a small bit of sense, but not very much.
I
understand what he's trying to do, but I don't understand how or why. Or
yeah, I also don't understand how digitizing / converging consciousness works,
and how it will. Well, I guess his wife is still maybe alive in the Ava. So if you merge all of the
but wouldn't it also merge the rest of the Ava?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to be locked in the same room with Gendo, 1, with Kaji, 2, who somehow is back to life.
That one I don't know.
And an angel.
Yeah.
That feels like defeating the... it's like, moving out from your parents, but you get a new apartment with your parents, It just kind of feels like the same problem.
Fair.
Kitty, what about Ritsuko, who
scientist,
I love that we went out of our way to point out that she dyes her hair.
Right?
That was cute.
It's a little... Sorry.
I love her birthmark. I like her design.
Her design is nice. I wish...
I love seeing them as young. I love that picture that we keep being referenced to.
Of Kaji and Ritsuko and Misato. I wish that... I don't know, she kind of gets fucked in the end, and not in that way.
Yeah, no, she does. She does.
Yeah, which
also,
sucks.
Which is funny, because her mother got
over. Also got fucked, but not in that way.
Yeah, she wanted to.
But not in that way.
By Gendo.
Because...
But
why y'all trying to...
Didn't Gendo just kill her?
Yeah,
he just choked her out.
Yeah, because she was all, tried to kill Ray.
Yeah, because she was all like, I'm gonna kiss you real good. And then he's like, oh, I fucking hate it when women who are not my wife kill me.
/ my daughter.
So, time for you to go to sleep. Here's a pillow.
Yeah, poor Ritsuko. She also gets it pretty rough.
Yeah, I love her design. I love her interactions with Shinji. I love that she kind of draws the line as in like, listen, I know you're all kids. I know this sucks, but you have to do your fucking job because otherwise we're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
I like her being kind of the foil to Misato's like heartful caring for the kids. Mm-hmm. And Misato's just, I guess you could say,
goes more like
hardened realism about the situation.
Yeah, because she's been. I mean, they've both been through it, but like. Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like Ritsuko's being closer to it, especially with the whole science aspect to it.
Fair.
As opposed to Misato, who's been in a leadership position, and she experienced the second impact, but she was just in a pod.
She was just a kid. Yeah.
What about? Oh no! Here we go. Everybody save her, Kaji.
Fuck Kaji.
Fuck.
And not in that
fuck
way.
Kaji and his like scruffy
beard and
shave your fucking face. Are there no blades in the post-apocalypse?
Maybe.
His ponytail is a nice character design bit.
Yeah, but...
See, if you have a ponytail, you must show the character with their hair down. Mm-hmm. You have to.
It's true. It's just part of the rules.
It's the rules. And they never do it. They never do it. They never show him with his hair down.
No, they didn't have the
listen, I don't like the man.
To animate that.
I don't like the man. But showing people with their hair down, with their hair up, with
it's true.
Words.
Kaji sucks.
He sucks. Why did he touch me? Listen, I don't care. Look, if your ex suddenly touched you while you were both drunk, or you drunk for the most part, that's shitty. Yeah. That ain't good.
That's gross. Go away.
And like his death, his whole like the way it happens, it's all just kind of.
It's all off screen for one thing, and
it's off screen for one thing.
You're meant to be sad because he leaves that message, and he's like, everything's gonna be okay or whatever.
But nothing comes of it.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of just dies.
Which
is fair, I suppose.
I guess his melon patch was the funniest part of his whole story. So.
Right, because he's like, the big fight is going on. And he's just watering his melons.
Yep.
It's like, it's going to be a nice harvest one day.
Yep. Oh, man. Oh, I can't wait.
Shinji.
Yeah.
Can you take care of this when I die?
But Kaji, I might die too.
Yeah, it's fine then.
I knew I couldn't depend on you, Shinji. No one can.
Oof. Just...
Yeah. By the way, I love the rest of the crew. The crew
they're really cute.
Oh my god, Kitty. Oh my god, I just remembered. Because they lose their main battle station.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to use the backup one.
And it looks exactly
just the same.
Because we can't animate a new one because there's no time.
That was so bad, I'm dying.
So we didn't have time to animate a new one, so we just gotta reuse
the
same animation.
Same as the old base. No, but it has the hologram.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's fine. See, we don't have to animate the hologram anymore.
And even though it was exactly the same hologram, it's fine. I think aren't all the base members in the ending? Now that I'm thinking about it, or at least two of them.
I
maybe
looked
not
at the
one
image,
of them.
and it's just the woman.
Oh, she's the cutest. So.
What about the guy with long hair? He was cute.
I like
the guy with glasses. He was a worker. He worked hard.
I like that guy with glasses too. Weird. I don't know. I feel like I imagined them.
Evangelion, Evanescence.
Yep.
Evangelion. Congratulations. The worst part is that GIF is just on. You can put it up on Twitter, like it's one of the the little app, and that's just the final scene of the anime. You can just spoil yourself on that right there and then.
I mean, you wouldn't know.
This is a terrible fucking image. Actually, maybe they're all in there.
Yeah, because there's girl.
Oh fuck! Wait. Oh fuck
yeah!
yeah!
Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's there. Oh shit!
Yeah, even the fucking vice president.
Oh yeah!
There.
Oh shit! You're
and
right.
Who's this? Is this Kaji?
No, that's classmate.
Oh, okay, and that's classmate.
Yeah, that's classmate.
Girl.
See, and there's the other classmate.
Oh yeah.
And then there's Kaji.
There's Kaji.
And there's your mom.
Who's this one? Oh, it's the other.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
That's the long hair guy.
Right.
See?
They all are there.
I love the fact that even though, they're all part of the secret organization, the girls still gotta wear a miniskirt, though. Listen.
Yep.
You gotta show your legs.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing keeping us from falling apart in the society, okay?
Oh, fuck.
Congratulations.
Scientist people are cute, though.
You did it, man.
The crew people. They're nice.
Yeah, they're cute. They're nice.
They had a little touch.
Viewers, I can't believe you've done this.
We've done it.
Viewer, you have done it. To the people who tuned out, thank you. To the people who left likes, farewell. And to all the children, why are you watching this? You should
probably not be watching this or the source material.
Go to school.
There's a fair amount of blood in this anime, but not a lot.
There really is, but
mostly the Eva.
Yeah, and you're the one who's the most sensitive to that stuff, and you seem pretty cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This is a fucked up anime, and in many ways, but
people have been describing this anime as catharsis for Hideaki Anno's, depression. And this video has been our catharsis for our very own.
The depression that was spawned from not actually getting any answers that we wanted.
That was bad.
Yeah.
The anime is not bad. It's just the
anime is great.
That's literally okay.
It does the Lost thing. It's like Lost just copied Neon Genesis Evangelion even to a fault.
It's literally like watching like those Olympic races and like they're about to cross the finish line, and they just trip on their face and die and burst into flames.
Jesus.
That's the end.
I think you're watching NASCAR.
Listen, I mean, if I did watch NASCAR, I would watch it for the possibility of seeing a person die for reals on screen. I'm kidding. Hey there, everybody. Kitty, is there anything else you want to say about Neon Genesis Evangelion?
I'm excited to keep watching more stuff of it. I am a little upset that the series is still not actually concluded.
That sucks. Yeah. That sucks endlessly.
And it's been years now.
Yeah.
It's been like multiple years since the last movie, and I don't know what's going on, but I hope one day it will actually be completed.
No, I won't, because they love making money.
They can just... They make so much money from merch.
What if they did Neon Genesis Evangelion, the new generation?
No. There is nobody left of the old generation.
See, that's why. They fucked themselves over.
It's like Nier Automata. You're like, how did this come about?
It's 1,300 years later, and it's the 14th Angel War.
Jesus.
Fuck, we're writing it right now. That could work. That could actually work. Instead of people, you're just plugging in consciousness into the robot.
Fuck. Hey,
so keep an eye out for Dango Duo's Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Sequel.
The novel, the game, the movie.
The sequel.
Based on the true story. About how my life got twisted upside down. Now sit down a minute, just wait right there. I'll tell you all about how I got into a robot and actually didn't save the world.
We kind of fucked it.
You would think, No.
Yeah.
Also, real talk right now, okay? I'm gonna say this right now, okay? Mm-hmm. People often refer to Evangelion as a deconstruction of mecha anime. I don't fucking get that.
No.
It is not. That is silly. You're a silly person if you think that. That's silly. There's so very little mecha in this mecha anime.
The only part that could be a deconstruction of mecha anime is the fact that they actually talk about what the mecha is.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, mostly mecha, as far as I know, is like they actually just build the robot. But this robot is like not actually a robot. It's a creature inside. That's the only thing I could think of that could be a deconstruction of mecha. Other than that, it's more of a psychological study about a post-apocalyptic world and young kids who struggle with mental illness.
Yeah. You nailed it right there.
Yeah. That's what Evangelion is actually about.
Fuck the back on the front of the box.
It really should.
Neon Genesis... Should I make that the title of this video?
Or the
Neo Genesis Evangelion. It's on the thumbnail. Fucking and a psychological analysis of young kids
with mental illness in a post-apocalyptic setting.
A video essay.
You're not wrong.
Hey, Kitty, anything else you want to say?
Whew.
I'm glad it's out.
Yeah, we've been saving that for a long time.
We've been holding our breath for 3 weeks.
At least.
Ah.
Now we can watch.
And to all the children, fuck you.
Jesus.
And to all the children who were looking forward to an ending,
fuck
fuck
off.
you.
Nah.
Buy the merch. Buy the fishing rod.
Buy our shirts and t-shirts and
buy Evangelion branded Boss Coffee. Hey there, everybody. We're Dango Duo.
Nerve Coffee.
Nerf Coffee. No, that was real merch. The Boss Coffee merch is like the super more realist thing.
Fair.
I almost feel you can actually go by what thing has Evangelion not done a partnership with. I bet they did Cup Noodle. That's for certain. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Anyhow, hey there, everybody. We're Dango Duo, and if you enjoyed this podcast...
It's a really long podcast.
Okay. If you actually like us doing these podcast episodes, please let us know. We actually really want your feedback, because if people really like these, and they're enjoying this way more than our other videos, then we'll just shift to this and actually put these up on, like, iTunes and SoundCloud and stuff like that. Because, we're always looking to adapt to stuff, and I don't know about you, but, like, this sort of stuff comes super naturally to us. And we kind of always been doing podcasts, really.
Yeah.
Just with, visual content on them.
Sometimes we often had screenshots.
And we're not saying that we're going to do one over the other or just, completely change everything, but we want to hear what you think. And if you prefer these over the screenshot ones, then...
Let us know.
Hint, these are way easier to make, so there could be more.
It's true.
I'm bribing you with more content. Anyhow, hey there, everybody. We're Dango Duo. We do anime content. Let's play stuff every single day. We've got Twitter accounts.
We do.
For when we watch the Ava movie, you will be able to tell because we're gonna change your username.
Because everything's going to be what.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
In fact, I can probably pull up my tweets from when we watched the final of Evangelion, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
It's true. Add LadyKittyLynn for Kitty's stuff. Add Dango Duo for updates, and when videos go up, add MistreKirin for writing advice and inspiration and whatever I'm up to. We also have Amazon wish lists.
Yep.
If there's something you want us to play, watch, or unbox, whether it is Pokemon cards or blind baggies, whatever it is, if you treat us to something, we'll make a video on it. We recently watched the movie The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, which was a gift.
Yeah.
So we did a whole podcast on that.
Patron.
We only spoke about the movie for 30 minutes.
It's fine.
But yeah, hey, you got a nice conversation about Hetalia for the rest of that. So there you go.
So sorry.
I suffer live on stream.
Eros wants a suffercast of that.
Yeah. Eros wants many things.
Does.
Mostly involving us being in pain.
That's fair.
We'll see.
Understandable.
And of course, we also have a Patreon.
We do.
If you want to support us long term, help us create more of this content and get cool perks along the way, please consider pledging whatever you can on patreon.com/DangoDuo. If you pledge to a certain amount, you can get shoutouts like the people on the screen right now.
Amelia.
Annie Exohoshi. Really? They do it again? It's Angela.
Angela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it every time, don't I?
You do it every time. Annie Exoshi.
Erasos.
Lier.
Luna.
And Victoria.
Fuck, we're so bad. The worst part is that it's on the screen.
Yeah.
The viewers can see it, we can't see it.
We can't see it, it's fine.
What? We should write it down? That involves work.
No.
And at Dango Duo, we hate work.
It's true. It's true.
We really dislike it. It's like the worst thing. Kitty, you're pulling up your tweets? So
I'm trying to find when we finished Evangelion, but it's pretty far back.
Is it?
It's pretty far back.
How far back is it? It was in April. I know it was at the beginning of April.
Really?
Yeah. I know because I put it on my bullet journal.
Oh, I'm in March.
Wait, was it in March?
Pretty sure.
I thought it was April. April O'Neil, the supporting character in the Ninja Turtles movies. Am I right, everybody?
Ew.
The third movie's the best one. Okay, maybe it's not.
Maybe
it's not. The first one is actually an indie movie, which people don't actually know that.
Yeah.
It's actually an indie film that ended up getting picked up by Newsline Cinema. Had it not been for them, it probably wouldn't have been made. But yeah, it started as an indie film, and it takes like 40 minutes for the Ninja Turtles to show up, so that's how indie it fucking is. It's like those old school fucking like movies where like a third of the movie is Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man. You know, and William Dafoe being fantastic.
Being amazing.
William Dafoe continuing to be the best thing out of whatever he works on.
It's true. The Death Note movie?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I'm really happy that they finally turned the Netflix original movie into a manga. I think that's actually really, really good. You know, I think it's about time that Japan took inspiration from America.
I'm pretty sure it was not in April or March, babe. 'Cause I'm almost through with March.
Then maybe it was April.
It wasn't April.
Kitty, oh my God, Kitty, I mean, this is a podcast though, so I mean, I guess we can just, okay, I'm gonna pull up.
Okay, here it is.
Oh.
Okay, got it. There we go. It was the 3rd of April when we finished Eva.
Yeah, it was at the beginning, yeah.
Yep. It was on 4/2/18. I said, feeling horrible at work, but thinking about getting home and finishing Evangelion with my babe is keeping me going. The next day, it's midnight.
You can actually find out what time it was.
It was 12:05 a.m. on April 3rd. It's midnight, and we just finished watching Eva. ... FUCK. Yep.
Fuck.
It was 7 o'clock when I posted the first one. By midnight, we had finished.
You're retweeting of what I said? Oh, of course you didn't. But what about the first impact?
It's true.
That was what I said.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations. Hey, viewer. You've done it. You've made it.
And one day, you too might perhaps one day learn to possibly love yourself.